is this Knight of Wands. Wand is fire energy, so this possibly could be, if it's a person, Aries, Leo, or Sag. This is someone who is very ambitious, go-getter, adventurous, passionate. But if this is not talking about a person, the one, the Knight of Wands, this is movement, okay? It's passion, adventure, charisma. It could be a long journey. You could be traveling somewhere, and it could be something that just pops up, all right? And it could also be like something that triggers you to make a discovery or to act and move on something as well, to follow those ideas and passions. But I always like to say, don't rush into anything. Always check in first. Okay. Oop. Hit my stand. All right. Next, we have the Temperance card. And I believe the Temperance card is ruled by Sagittarius, fire energy again. So this may be a particular person or a Sag in real life. But this is, if it's not about a person, this is patience, finding meaning in moderation, balance, compromise, that middle path, testing new waters before jumping in. This is mastering of not letting your emotions or things get to you. This could also be about higher learning, and it's about working in harmony. And this can also be angels speaking to you, coming forth and tapping you on the shoulder like, hey, how you doing? Okay, so anyway, we have the Two of Wands. Well, the Two of Wands, this is your initial stages. This is decisions, vision, planning. You're realizing the world has more to offer. Do you stick with what you know, or do you take a risk? All right, next we have the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is all about leaving behind. And sometimes when we leave things behind, it can cause sadness. But you need to understand those sadness comes from the transition, or the things that, yeah, we did leave behind, but you have to understand something new is going to take its place. Something new will develop. So with this card also, it can talk about travel as well. You have two travel cards going on here. Sometimes overseas. It could be moving, changing, transitioning into something new, okay? Leaving behind, moving on. And it's like you need to gaze towards the future. And this could be changing jobs. This could be leaving relationships. This could be leaving living arrangements, getting a new house, you know, or I'm not saying get a new house, but it could be, but it's like moving into a new house. All right, next we have the Devil card. And with the Devil card, this, I believe, is ruled by Capricorn. Yes, it's Capricorn. So with the Devil card, this is earth energy, but this is playfulness, addiction, pleasures, passions. This can also point to self-enslavement that comes from self-doubt, excess, materialism, alcoholism, overspending. You know, sometimes we overindulge and we eat. It's those type of things that kind of hinder us in a negative aspect. But this can also be, on a positive side, the passions and desires that we have. This could talk about a lifestyle that's leading down a rabbit hole in a negative direction. This could be you feeling as if you have no control over your actions. The more time you spend in that area, the worse it gets. The more you indulge it, as I should say. And see, these two cards are absolutely opposite. Okay? Well, they're not really absolutely opposite. They go hand in hand. He's like, I'm going to overindulge, need balance. Okay? Next, we have the Three of Swords. And with the Three of Swords, this is heartbreak, suffering, grief. Through pain, we learn. It could come out of the blue. If you get knocked down, you know, sometimes you need to experience that and live in that moment. But don't stay knocked down, okay? It could just be a low point. And it could just be in your mind that's a low point. All right? It doesn't necessarily mean something actually bad happened. It can just mean negative thoughts kind of sabotage you. Can mean that way, because all three of these cards point to the same thing. So now let's get into the Star card. With the Star card, this is ruled by Aquarius. Again, air energy. All right. And this is earth. Even though it's ruled by Capricorn, it's the earth energy. So it's like, I think it's within yourself that this is going on. It could be externally, but I really think this is something within you. So anyway, to get back to the star cord is air energy and ruled by Aquarius. But in reverse, it's disencouragement. It's faithlessness. You've lost faith in the universe. Like, why me? Why now? And it can also be a test of fate. Will you crumble or will you stand firm in the divine and understand that divine is with you? It's okay to realize within ourselves, yeah, we have doubts, but those doubts test us sometimes. Will we give in to those doubts and those fears? Or will we step up to the plate and go after what we dream and believe and hope, okay? Next, we have the Five of Wands. And with the Five of Wands, this is conflict, competition, difference of opinion. Maybe you need to be open to debate. Try to support each other. Listen to others. It's not a time for, bashing out at someone that just makes matters worse. I mean, sometimes you can battle with this card, but usually it's more saying to you, be more diplomatic. Also with this card, it can say don't jump to too many ideas too quickly. It's not a good time to just jump into an idea. That's how I wanted to say. All right. Cause you may have a bunch of different little things going around and battling what do I do? All right. So next we have the King of Wands. With the King of Wands, this is fire energy. So this could possibly be at Aries, Leo, or Sag again. There's a lot of Sag energy going on here. So with the King of Wands, if this is a person, this is someone who is strong. They're the boss figure. They could be older. It could be a man. It could be a female. But they have those type of I'm a boss. I get things done. I achieve things. I have visions and I make them into reality. Okay. If it's not a person, then it's saying to you, stand in your power. You could be a leader, or you may step into a role of leadership. This is overcoming those challenges, not letting anything stopping you, having clear vision. All right. He knows what he wants. He goes for it. It's that simple. Next, we have the Queen of Cups. This is water energy. So this could possibly be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. They could be sensitive, emotional, caring, honest. They could be a healer of some sort. It could be a compassionate. There are a few. It could be a mother figure. But if this is not pointing to a person, it could be male or female, whoever has those attributes I just explained. But they could have psychic abilities, healing abilities as well. But getting back to it, if this is not a person, then I would say this Queen of Cups talks to you about the power to reach your goals comes from within. It's about compassion, trusting your gut, listening to the intuition within. And it speaks to you and says, you are stronger than you realize, okay? You got more going on than you realize. So, the biggest message I see in this entire reading is passion and charisma and ambition and the fearlessness to go after what you truly want in life. And you are supported. And it's like you go back and forth on this fence, I feel. It's like, I want to go towards this. I want to move on to something new. I want to explore the world and take risks and test the waters. But at the same time, and it's like you want to leave these doubts you have and this faithlessness you have. Like, I just don't know. Can I really do this? What will people think? Will it be safe to do this? It's like following your dreams or following what's true to you or moving on with the plan that you have, whatever it may be, if it involves a relationship, a job, a new home, a new car, whatever it may be. Because I do say car, or it could be a boat because there's travel cars. It could be moving. Whatever this may be, it's like you want to follow your passion, but it's like you fear that you will suffer if you do it. Or you're afraid of the heartache behind it. This could be like 3 days or 3 weeks into the month. It's like a doubt. And it's like, are you going to crumble? Are you going to stand up and fight for the beliefs that you have and the things that you want? And you could be really struggling to maintain balance within yourself or within your life. to follow those dreams that you have and say, you know what, I'm going to stand in my power. I'm going to go for this. I'm going to follow what my gut has to say to me. And it's saying to me, you got this. You can do this. These two mirror each other. So there's obviously someone, I think, supporting you, either the universe or a spirit or an ancestor or something. And it could just be your higher self speaking to you, saying, you got this. Okay. We can do this. We can make these things happen. You know, it's like a trigger. You know, maybe you're down and out or you're suffering and you feel bad about a situation in the past. It could be, or a plan that you have, either way. And maybe you need to learn to moderate. Maybe you were moving forward with a plan and then backed out because you doubted yourself. It's like, I'm going to go step in. It's like I'm moving forward. I'm going to test the waters and then I back out. Okay. Then I'm upset and sad about it. And I feel like, why does it never work for me? Why do I keep doing this to myself? Blah, 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 blah. All those things, all those negative things within myself. And it's like a self-sabotage. And it's like, I got to stop. I got to stop all this craziness and this, whatever that is, you know, like that. You know, I'm taking a stand against all the bull crap. I'm taking a stand and I gotta get clear about what I want and where I want to go. And it's like getting your optimism back, your oomph back, and your belief in yourself back, and belief in the universe and life and your plans back. Okay. Cause this is what he's talking about here. This is like you get some news coming in and it lifts your spirits and you're ready to go. And it's just like unexpected. Like maybe you're just sitting there one day like, ugh, you know, woe with me. And the next day, all of a sudden, or 2 seconds later, you're like, you know what? Something happens out of the blue. You get this burst of vitality and energy and creation and passion. You're like, I'm ready to go for this. I'm ready to do it. All right. Go for it. I got the feeling here it's saying go for it. Definitely. I did pull an extra clarifier card just to see if there was anything else they wanted to say about this reading. And you got the supernova, which is an outburst, an explosion, a surprise. Okay. Let's go over this because it is number 10. But with the supernova, at the end of its life, a star can explode, emitting more radiant energy in one last desperate burst than a star might spend during its entire existence. This explosion is known as a supernova. This is what it's saying to you. Maybe you've attempted, or you've lived your life to this point, and it's like, you know what? I've had enough. It's ready for me to freaking shine. Okay? It's ready for me to burst out. And maybe create a life back into something maybe you started before and you let go. Or maybe you're moving in a new direction. All right? So this card may indicate a moment of surprise or shock or outburst on a more mundane level. This may manifest in various ways, such as a sudden expression of adoration or a sudden sense of vitality, an unexpected argument, or a shift in popularity that changes the visible awareness, changes the visible awareness and amount of attention received from outside sources, you know, really picking up. This could be where you're noticing someone, because it might not just be about you. It could be you're noticing someone else. Maybe you realize something about a Sag. All right. Maybe there's somebody that catches your eye and you're attracted to this person and you're like, maybe I should go over and ask them out and see how it's going. And it's like, I'm just going to back off. You know, maybe I don't need to do that. You know, maybe it's just going to lead into a negative aspect and whatever like that. And it could be like you want something more from this person. It could be that as well. If this is a relationship, whether it's a partnership, romantic, friendship, family member, this could be, like I said, like a Sag or a fire energy. And it's like maybe you want more out of this person and you're just not getting it. And it's like, I'm ready to move on. Or maybe it's like, I want to sail on. I wouldn't say leave behind, since this is facing that. I'm looking at the imagery as far as like, maybe I want more, you know, or maybe I want more peace within a relationship or within my life. Maybe there's too much hectic energy going on. But like I said, if it does revolve around a relationship, it's like, you know, what goes on between us. I want something better. I want something stronger. I want to move forward towards it. if it's in a current relationship or it's a new relationship, maybe you notice someone. I mean, there's not a lot of relationship stuff going on here, but this is general, so I'm trying to throw another little thing out there that it could possibly be. It's like, you know, I want to, you know, like come together, because this is coming together, working together. This could be working on a project with someone or getting into a relationship with someone. It's like, I want to build something with you, but maybe you back off from it because you're afraid, you know, maybe you're lusting after that person. And you're like, maybe I shouldn't get into it. You know, maybe they won't like me. It's like, I have plans for this person, whether it's romantic or a partnership in a business or whatever, or a friend. And it's like, maybe you're battling with how you feel with that person or in that situation. And it's like, be compassionate with them, work with them, because they kind of mirror each other, you know, in that type of sense. If it was an argument, this could also be, I mean, it could be leaving a relationship or leaving a situation where you're trying to build something with this person and you're realizing that it's just not going to work and I need to move on because we have too much aggression or arguments or disagreements amongst ourselves. And it's like, I got to make a move that's right for me. And it's like they're turned back to back. You know, I got to follow what's right for me, because this is all about, you know, standing up and going after what you need to and leaving things behind and having the courage to do so. So if there is an argument, it might be like trying to work it out or just realizing that a relationship could be toxic or a situation with someone could be toxic. There is that little bit of something there. I feel more that it's what I said previously about standing up for yourself and following your dreams and going after your plans and getting that sense of vitality and charisma back and optimism for your life or your future or any plans that you have. I feel like it's more that than the latter stuff that I said. But I did want to make sure that I included as much as possible for you guys, okay? And since a lot of my Facebook followers do like for me to include like the numerology or the angel numbers, I will do that here as well, just to see how you guys like it and how it goes over. But you've got 10. And 10 is a message from your angels that you should step forward into the future with confidence and optimism. Kind of like what I said. Angel number 10 provides you assurance that your angels are offering the support that you need to raise your energy and come into alignment with the divine source. Okay?